men's basketball contest featuring visiting Red Hawks of LaGuardia Community College and your home Queensborough Community College Tigers. At this time, will you please rise? All caps as we honor America with playing our national anthem. First, led by head coach Ben Shalapat. Assistant coaches Anthony Doolin, Jamie Barnett, Talik Brown, Hector Nunez, and Rashad Thompson. These are the visitors, the Red Hawks of LaGuardia Community College. Starting, number 0, Karan Williams. Number 11, Daniel Hernandez. Number 21, Rashawn Gonzalez-White. Number 23, Malik Sherlock. And number 24, Carl Balthazar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, led by head coach Clarence Imengo, and assistant coaches Teron Simpson, Kervin Nichols, and Ed Howell. These are your Tigers of Queensborough Community College. Starting, number 2, Khalil Johnson. Number 15, Brandon Sager. Number 20, Stephen Wooten. Number 22, Tyler Hodgins. And number 32, Kevon McDonald.
This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. The Queensborough Tigers getting ready to take on the LaGuardia Red Hawks in a intra-borough battle. LaGuardia 7-0 in CUNY, Queensborough 0-6. But a break for the Tigers. No George Pena tonight for LaGuardia. He scored 43 points in their first meeting. And Queensborough has had some tough losses, finally trying to get over the hump.
Yeah, they played some really good games, Dave, and they haven't been able, as you said, to get over the hump. And they have an opportunity here tonight with LaGuardia as a leading scorer out. But you have to realize LaGuardia has beaten everybody in the conference with that 7-0 record. They beat BMCC twice. They beat Kingsborough twice so far this year, so it's not going to be an easy outing tonight. None of these outings are easy, but let's see if Queensborough can take advantage of that leading scorer being out.
LaGuardia in red, the starting 5, Karan Williams, Daniel Hernandez, Yashawn Gonzalez-Bright, Malik Sherlock, and Carl Balthazar. Starting 5 for Queensborough, Khalil Johnson, Brandon Sager, Stephen Bruton, Tyler Hodges, and Kay McDonald.
Now this is a different lineup than we saw the other night. Opening lineup for Queensborough. And Seeger played very well his last time out. He had a really good game.
Bruton inside. Hodges shot is short. And Hodges holding his foot. His ankle. LaGuardia the other way, all the way to the basket. No good. Second chance blocked. There's Balthazar. And there's a basket. And an injury timeout as Hodges will limp off. And he had a very good game against Bronx last time we were here. And Daquan Miller will go in for Hodges.
Yeah, Hodges was terrific in his last outing, and we hope he's going to be okay.
He did walk off under his own power, or limp off.
You don't want anything to start swelling up, though. That's the problem, and you got to put ice on it. You got to put ice on it. Right now, the trainer is asking them to let the lacings on his sneakers tighten them up a little bit.
Williams. Good inside-out passing, three-pointer, no good, but there's an offensive rebound and a block tipped around. Looked like Gonzalez Bright was there for the easy two, but the shot was sent away. Seeger, no good. It was a little contact, but no whistle. Pull-up jumper, no good, and he goes out of bounds.
That was White taking the pull-up. Didn't make it to the basket. But as you see, they're a very athletic squad, LaGuardia. They can really get up the court.
Seeger to Bruton. Seeger, Johnson going inside, back out. Good passing by the Tigers, but Miller misses the shot. Hernandez. Slow crossover up in the air, shot no good. Almost got his own rebound. Tigers the other way. Seeger pushed off. Oh, but they call it on Williams. Just saying he got in his way.
See if they could get Khalil McDonald into the ball game a little bit here in the early going, David. He can do a lot of what Hodges does, not as big as Hodges.
And Bruton is there.
He was trying to take it to the basket, and Bruton followed in.
Sherlock, no good, gets it back and puts it in. Caught the Queensborough defense napping. LaGuardia leads 4-2. Now a little trap put on by the Red Hawks. Miller lost it. I think Johnson really fired the pass.
Right at his face.
Bruton for three, it rims out. Hernandez with the rebound and now a 2-on-1. Hernandez will take it himself, no good. Good transition defense by Seeger, though LaGuardia will keep it. And timeout called by Queensborough.
Chopperhand wants to know if it's a red ball, and it appears that it's going to be.
And he wasn't happy that Queensborough has already had 3 fast break opportunities in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, they need to settle down a little bit. Obviously, without their leading scorer, they're going to do some things that are going to be forced and then turn into fast breaks the other way, so they have to level it out a little bit.
When these teams met a few weeks ago, LaGuardia scored 56 points in the first half. And it's funny, they've scored exactly 101 points 5 times this year. Very high-powered offense.
Well, the kid that's missing scores a lot of points, as you said, so.
There's still Yashawn Gonzalez-Bright, who has the ball now and is averaging 15.5 per game. Goes baseline. Bounce pass, Sherlock's shot is good. 6-2 Red Hawks.
Sherlock makes it a 6-2 game.
McDonald almost traveled. Bruton going to the basket, and there were nothing but red jerseys there.
Yeah, you see they're not only long on offense, they're long on defense too.
Good save by Sherlock. The small team out there for LaGuardia. Sherlock again, no good. But he was open.
Small, but they can jump. The bigger guys.
Johnson, step back jumper, short. And then a foul called against Queensborough. Not a bad one, or else it would have been a 2-on-1 the other way.
Reached in on the outlet pass, yeah.
Queensborough foul, charge number 2, Khalil Johnson. First personal foul, first team foul.
So Sherlock averaging 13 a game. Juan Ramos Rivera averaging almost 11.
They get good balance in their scoring, besides the leading scorer.
And there's a reach-in against Miller. Now Dante Stone going in for Miller.
Tigers have started out very slowly on the offensive end, not able to get things going.
Bruton with the steal. And they get Bruton for a charge. One thing to miss a shot, but to commit a foul when you have the fast break really hurts.
Oh, he had a smaller guy down there in the lane who threw himself in, and Bruton was not paying attention to him. He was trying to get the pass cross court. You have to look up.
It was a good pass, and then Johnson hit the three, but he didn't realize he was about to run over the Red Hawk defender.
Yes.
Hernandez, Balthazar. Williams going to the basket. Williams high off the glass, no good, and rebounded by Seeger. Seeger to the basket, and they call traveling. Queensborough out of sorts here. 2 points in the first 4.5 minutes. They only trail by 4.
Right, out of sorts, not smooth as they were the other night when they came up court. And Seeger shuffled the feet as he was making the move. Here comes LaGuardia again with a 6-2 lead.
Positive for Queensborough, at least their turnovers aren't leading to fast break opportunities for the Red Hawks. Shot was altered, but he gets his own miss back. And Twy for 3, it's good. 9-2 all of a sudden. Hodges still being looked at on the bench. He left the game in the opening minute. Pass is tipped, but it finds its way to Bruton. Seeger thought about passing, thought about the 3. Takes a jumper himself, and it's long. And
no snap in the Tigers right now, Dave. They look very flat once again.
Gonzalez Bright, foul before the basket. First one on Seeger. All of a sudden, the fouls are starting to pile up a bit. That's 4 for Queensborough. Amengo putting the subs in. John Paul is in. Edward Lowe is in, looking for some spark offensively.
They've had none at all. They've looked very flat.
Queensborough hit the first basket, did they not?
Yes, they did, but they've done little after that, and they need to come out tonight and play a good ball game. It's imperative.
Sherlock making it look easy. He has 6.
6 for Sherlock. You just said that, right?
Yeah. 11-2. Paul.
Very indecisive. They're being stymied now by a zone being shown by LaGuardia.
2-3 zone now, forcing things on the outside. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. Lou to John Paul. McDonald going inside. Takeout. Lou's got to put it up, and he beats his shot clock, and he hits the 3. Edward Lou with the much-needed basket. 11-5. And maybe that'll get them going. Sherlock, short, rebounded by Stone. Antwi tried to reach in.
Couple of substitutions made by Carl. And that's put a little life in Queensborough as McDonald takes it to the basket and gets fouled. He brought Paul in the game. He brought Lou in the game. You know, a lot has to do with the guards that are in the game for Queensborough and how they control the action. And if they don't get good guard play, then they flounder.
McDonald off on the first.
You know, Lou's not a little guy. He's got some size for a guard. He's a good-looking player.
McDonald splits the free throws. 11-6. Hernandez. Lou right up on him. Shot no good. Trying to do too much himself, but that pass is out of the reach of Paul.
He was trying to get Paul started up court and let it a little too far as Paul never got ahead to take the pass.
And Hernandez to the bench for LaGuardia after that possession where he didn't pass.
Right out of the game, huh?
Yeah. And Chobapand not waiting.
Well, he won the
player under Sinnixon.
He won the CUNY title last year.
Yes. Good defense.
He committed the foul on the baseline.
No. And that's number 2 on Johnson.
He just bumped him and he forced him to the end line, and they called the foul on that.
See if he comes back in the first half with the 2 fouls. He could.
You were saying something, and I think I cut you off a little bit. Yes, Chobapand did play for Tom Sinnixon here. So when he comes back into Queensborough, he obviously wants to win.
Gonzalez Bright has the shot sent away.
In fact, when he goes anywhere, he wants to win. He's a great competitor.
McDonald for 3 off the mark. Fullerton saves it in almost, but his foot was on the line. And Chobapand calls a 30-second timeout. Not too thrilled. We were saying Queensborough's offense was struggling a bit. LaGuardia hasn't exactly put on a clinic.
No, but, you know, they have also only one player from that team that won the CUNY title last year back.
No Ryan Yearwood.
Right, and they've welcomed in a lot of freshmen, and they're still doing well. And they're undefeated. And one of their freshmen has stepped up and really become a good ball player this year. So they're doing about everything Chobapand wants them to do. And it remains to be seen where they'll finish this year. But so far they're playing very well. Now, Queensborough doesn't have that type of success to work with, so let's see what they do in the next several minutes here.
Gonzalez Bright double teamed and has a shot blocked by Stone. Gonzalez Bright gets it back. Knocked away. Williams has it. Familia for 3. No good. An offensive rebound by Balthazar. Sherlock shot good. And Sherlock has 8, and the Redhawks have a 13-6 lead.
Yeah, he's been money with that little 10-foot jumper, Sherlock.
He has more points than the Tigers do in the first 8 minutes.
Exactly.
Paul to Seeger. They go inside.
Whoa!
That's got to be an offensive foul. Fullerton extended the arm.
Elbowed. You could see that from a mile away. Have to agree with the official on that one. There's no other way to call that.
And there was no argument either.
You can't get frustrated, Dave. You have to lean into the guy, but you can't do that.
There's another foul. Familia made a nice move to the basket. And that one is the first foul on Stone. And already that's 17 fouls for Queensborough.
In a hurry. There's still 11:33 on the clock.
First one is good.
They're playing a team tonight that obviously knows how to protect a lead too, which is very important in these community college games. So you're dealing with 1-2-year players.
Seeger, nice catch. To the basket, no good. And who touched it last? They say Familia. He can't believe it.
And the other night, Queensborough had Bronx in here, and they had the lead, but they only had it for like 5 seconds, if you remember, David.
About Bronx was up by 19, and Queensborough tied. It was still about 6 minutes to go, and then Bronx won by 6. Paul, jumper, good. It's 15-8 LaGuardia.
There's something we like about John Paul. We think he could do some things with this team.
There are a lot of players like that on the squad.
Yeah.
Familia, traveling. Didn't know if he wanted to shoot or go baseline, and he kind of did a in-between move.
There's certain times when Paul really knows, like, thinks he can play the game. He knows what to do. Up.
Pass is almost turned over, and then a tie-up between the two number 23s. We'll see what the call is.
It is a hold.
And they actually get Fullerton for a foul. So I guess they're saying he just kind of landed on top of him as opposed to just... That's a call you usually don't see on a loose ball like that. Usually they just call the tie-up.
When Fullerton holds somebody, he's not going to move because he's a big guy, and they picked it out.
So Sherlock at the line for a 1-and-1. No good. Rebounded by Seeger. Still 15-8.
Have to go to work if you're Queensborough.
Lou shot way off the mark. Had Sherlock behind the defense, and he's right there for the easy basket. And that's the second easy basket the Tigers have given up like that. Lou.
Now they have to be careful they don't start turning over the ball. That's invariably what happens when they let some opportunities get away.
Seeger, 3 is long, but Duke with the offensive rebound. Paul, a high arcing 3 is short, and LaGuardia there with the rebound. And now a 4-on-2. Williams, corner 3. It hit the net above the basket, or the wire above the basket.
And it dropped in, but it won't count.
That would have been a pretty good shot in horse. Off the rim, off the wire, and in.
That's a high wire shot, yep.
Not the way it works in games, though.
Nope.
Also, they had the 4-on-2. They probably could have gone with the layup.
You're going back to that Larry Bird commercial. Off the
Jordan.
billboard. And
off the half court, off the scoreboard.
That was a great commercial.
Bruton with the basket.
All right, Bruton gets a basket back, and Queensborough has to dig in again defensively.
And there's a charge. So Queensborough hanging around early on.
That's okay. If they can hang around, then maybe they can put something together.
Paul. Back to Bruton.
I'm putting down 17-10 at 9-12. Let's see what they do from here.
Paul to the basket, no good. Antwi went for the steal and didn't get it, and then Duke forces a tie-up.
It always seems like they're a millisecond away from something, and then it just doesn't go well at that particular juncture, and they never are able to succeed when that situation pops up.
And Paul is on the bench.
He made a good move, and he got to the basket, but he just couldn't put the ball in the hoop.
Well, Antwi went for that steal and missed, and then Paul had a good look to the basket, and I don't know what the refs are talking about. Well, that's all sorted out. 17-10 Redhawks, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Sherlock leading the way with 10 points. Hernandez, and a foul is called.
That's a little bit of a hold as he was going around him.
First foul on Duke. At least Coach Amengo has a deep team where the foul trouble, he can still go to guys on the bench.
And these are going to provide free throws again for LaGuardia.
1-and-1 for Hernandez, and he's off.
So it's still a 7-point game.
And Bruton to the basket, counted on the foul. Nice move by the second-year Tiger, and the foul on Hernandez.
Yeah, this is it for him on this program this year, and he just seems like he just got here.
Bruton finishes a conventional three-point play. 17-13.
I think Steven would like to pick up a couple of wins before he exits here. A couple of big ones.
Antwi making his move to the basket. Shot is no good.
Nice rebound by Bruton there.
Seeger tried to stuff it and was fouled, and Ben Chobapon not happy.
Seeger just kept going and got all the way up to the rim and wanted to tomahawk that one, and he got fouled. Now it's a 4-point game, so the Tigers have inched up. I said I was going to track it at 17-10 at the 9:15 mark, and the Tigers have made progress here. 6 points in a row.
Friendly roll.
They know those rims, don't they?
And after trailing 11-2 early in the game, it's now 17-15.
They've slowed down LaGuardia here.
Bruton with the strip. Franklin was fouled.
Here's our guy Franklin again. You know, he can't play too many minutes, but they put him in at certain times, and he's a nuts and bolts type player.
Franklin misses the first. Queensborough having a lot of success going right to the basket with the guards.
They've taken a little bit of control in this game now. They've found their groove, but Franklin misses both free throws.
Would have tied the game had he made them. Hernandez still looking for his first points. Balthazar takes a jumper, and it's short, and Bruton there with the rebound. He's been everywhere when he's been on the court.
He's been everywhere. Got rebounds, as you said. He hit the baskets. Does things nice and calmly, as you see.
Bruton with the shorter Antwi guarding him, but he misses. Tipped. Bruton almost got it back. And now LaGuardia comes the other way. Balthazar to Antwi.
Now, you know, Bruton likes to shoot the outside shot, Dave, but he realizes he has to do other things to be a successful player, and he's doing some of those things tonight.
Sherlock, nice give and go. And Hernandez with the layup. Ran that play to perfection.
That was a give and go gone.
19-15. Miller, left hand.
Whoa.
They call traveling.
I think he took an extra couple of steps on that.
And now Miller to the bench. His coaches aren't waiting to make substitutions either.
Not at all. Queensborough, because they have to, they need to inject life into this team.
I think Queensborough has the deeper bench today. Wonder would they go right back to the give and go, and that time it was defended better.
Looks like they're going to go to the go and give.
Tough
and
to defend
hit
that,
the
though.
Foul line jumper there.
21-15. Franklin gets it to Stone. Bruton throws it on one bounce to the LaGuardia bench.
So what happened? Queensborough was playing some winning ball there for about 4 minutes, and all of a sudden now it's gone awry again.
It always seems to come in spurts.
Yeah.
Under 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Little adjustments are made by the other team, and Queensborough not able to adjust.
Hernandez had to alter the shot a bit, almost tipped in by Balthazar. Bruton got it to McDonald. High pass to Paul. Paul had the shot blocked, tipped. Stone has it for QCC, and then Stone loses it out of bounds.
Very frustrating. He lost the handle on that, trying to take it back in.
Looked like he tried going up with it with one hand and lost the handle on it.
Yeah.
Balthazar to the bench for LaGuardia. As Gonzalez Bright is in. Hernandez, three-pointer, no good. Tipped. Antwi down there for LaGuardia, but he was on the line. It was thrown behind Paul. Got to get it across half court, and they do. Bruton thought about the three. Now he goes baseline to the basket. Counted on the foul. Bruton keeping QCC around. He has 9 points now.
Yeah, Bruton going to work again, getting to the baseline. A nice sweeping move in there, and drew the foul, and now it's a 4-point game again. Coach Shoppahan was trying to get his team to go over to the other side of the court, and they never did shift the way he wanted them to.
Bruton finishes a three-point play. 21-18. Funny, Sherlock was subbed out after committing that foul. Nice quick move by Hernandez, who lays it in with the left hand.
Hernandez put it into another gear right there. Oh.
And a lazy pass, but he was on the line. So Queensborough gets away with one.
And Amengo's going to make another substitution. He's going to take Paul out now. And try to play through those turnovers, Dave, which they don't do too well.
Johnson thought about the three. Bruton takes one. That was taken from Long Island City. Loose ball. Hernandez going to the basket, short, and a charge is called. Hernandez can't believe it, and he's shaking his head.
And the official's telling him, believe it, because you did commit it. It's a 5-point game, and Hernandez has shown us another gear at times. Now Shoppahan's going to take him out, give him a rest. They're having trouble against the press again, Dave. Too many people in one spot. Got to move out, spread out a little bit.
Interesting how much the press bothers teams at this level. Even when Queensborough puts it on, they get back into games. Stone had the shot blocked. Now LaGuardia coming the other way, Gonzalez Bright.
Yeah, Stone never did anything with that layup try.
Reverse layup, no good, but he was fouled by Stone, and that's tough because that would have been a very difficult shot to make, and then you kind of bail him out with the foul.
Tough plays on both sides for Stone, as he had missed that opportunity down here, had it blocked, and then he comes down and commits the foul. So in essence, almost giving up 4 points if these free throws are made.
Gonzalez Bright makes the first. Edward Lewin. So Queensborough going small as Lou goes in and Stone goes out.
Queensborough was playing very well for like a stretch of about 4 minutes there, and they had shut off LaGuardia.
Gonzalez Bright makes both. 25-18. Seeger gets it to Johnson. Bruton to Lou. Back to Bruton, thought about the three. Lou will take the three himself from the corner, no good, and rebounded by Sherlock.
Sherlock fighting for that rebound and grabbing it away.
He's a leading rebounder for the Red Hawks, and a foul is called. And Seeger running side by side with him, tough to foul him when he wasn't in position to make any play or anything.
And they send the Red Hawks right back to the line with a 7-point lead. So they just are compounding their mistakes right now.
Balthazar misses the first. LaGuardia has missed a few free throws in this half. Usually a issue that plagues the Tigers. Balthazar makes that one. The lead is 26-18. And a big 3:28 to go in the first half.
And the Tigers have made an attempt to draw even, but they haven't quite been able to get there. Now they're working against the press. Having
That's a
very
10-second
hard
violation.
time.
Or did Queensborough call timeout right before the 10-second?
Yeah, they called the timeout.
Okay. And they beat it by a second.
Well, Carl Amengo, in an attempt to get better guard play, has shifted guards in and out in this first half, but every time guards come in, they'll turn over the ball. They'll have a tough time against the press. So he needs some stability here in the backcourt.
It's almost been a two-man show in this first half. Sherlock with 12 for LaGuardia and Bruton with 10 for Queensborough. Good timeout by the Queensborough bench.
Cost them a turnover.
Save them a turnover. Now let's see if they could put the ball in the basket. Johnson, no good, and then a foul on McDonald, whose momentum took him right into Sherlock.
Why do that? You know, I mean, you know you're not going to get that rebound going over him, and you're going to knock him down. Sometimes the plays they make do not make sense, and I guess that's where the teaching has to come in. You know, what you shouldn't do and when you shouldn't do it. We're 8 points down. We don't need that foul. We got 10 team fouls. So they're right back at the line.
Although the people who are watching this game, who enjoy watching LaGuardia take free throws, must be very entertained.
Sure they are. We're not among those people, though. And when they make them, it hurts. 27-18. So now they have a 9-point lead. And you have to admit they're doing it as a team, Dave, because they've had a few minor mistakes in this game, but they've overcome them.
And with no Pena today for LaGuardia,
right.
Sherlock picking up the slack with 13, because even Gonzalez Bright, who's a good scorer, only has 2 in this half. Sherlock misses the second free throw. And good for Queensborough, too, because it means LaGuardia couldn't set up any press or trap that they may have wanted to. Duke lost the handle, but got it back. Going to the basket, left hand, no good.
Everything but the bucket.
Antwi for 3, no good. High up for the board. Balthazar for 3, and that is good. 30-18.
Just had the feeling he was going to hit that, didn't you? After they gave up that rebound.
Johnson. Bruton trying to answer back with a 3, and it's short. Antwi back out. Here's another three from LaGuardia. That one's no good. Tipped and knocked out of bounds by McDonald.
They were battling for the ball underneath, and McDonald did knock it out, so it's a 30-second reset. And LaGuardia looking to put points in the hoop here.
Almost feeling like they could go in for the kill late in the first half. Counted and the foul. Call that a blocking foul and the basket.
Strong drive, and they called the foul on McDonald, who hit the floor. Well, the Redhawks not showing any ill effects from not having their top scorer to this point.
Antwi short on the free throw. 32-18, 2 minutes to play in the first half. Edward Liu, corner three, no good. Johnson with the offensive rebound, but then he loses it. Up ahead to Antwi. Too easy. And Amengo might be trying to get to the half without calling a timeout.
You call that scramble city, Dave. Queensborough got scrambled. And
I said it was 26-18 with 3:28 to go, and I said this is a big 3:28 to end the half and see which direction this game may go, and LaGuardia is on an 8-0 run since then in about a minute 40.
Yep.
All of a sudden, an 8-point game has become a 16-point game. And another turnover, although Antwi not tall enough to catch that. I don't know if LeBron James is tall enough to catch that one.
Queensborough doesn't seem to be able to respond against this press very well at all. They are giving the ball up.
And when they turn the ball over, it comes in bunches. Inside, Fullerton counted on the foul. And Fullerton with his first points of the night.
Finally, they're able to get it up, get it to the lane. Fullerton was waiting for it. Fullerton made the strong move and got hit. And that pulls them out of a major tailspin for the moment.
Fullerton long on the free throw. And I'll tell you, it hurt the Tigers when Hodges went out with that injury in the opening minute.
Yeah, it really did hurt.
Not saying they would be winning if he was in.
They have to play better. No, that hurts, but they have to play better despite that. I mean, you know, they don't have a lot of chances to say, well, if we could have done this, we could have done that. They have to play well.
Johnson to Fullerton. Fullerton had the shot blocked by Balthazar, loose ball, and picked up by Balthazar.
The Redhawks are winning those inside battles.
Nice play by Bruton. So, well, volleyball being played, and Antwi goes. Let me just slow it down for a moment. Antwi makes the move on Johnson. They call an offensive foul.
And this should give the Queensborough Tigers an attempt at the basket before the half ends. 30 on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. So let's see if they just bring it down and try to get that 2 points that could put them in the locker room down by 12, or if they want to try to score quickly here.
See if they run clock, because in a way LaGuardia should have 34 points heading into halftime. They really shouldn't even have another shot, you would think.
They're going to play it for one here.
Bruton takes a three. No good, and LaGuardia would have still had time, but Johnson with the offensive rebound. Last touch by the Redhawks. So
yeah, you put that shot up with about 14 seconds, so if you could get a rebound, you at least have an opportunity. They'll throw it in now with 8.4 to go.
Fullerton to Johnson.
Got to move that ball quickly.
Liu, long two, rattles out. Seeger has to put it up to beat the buzzer, no good.
They lost track, Dave, down the end of that first half. They were playing well for a short period there, and another uphill battle on hand here for the Tigers tonight.
Well, we'll see if they could cut into the 14-point deficit when we come back. Second half about to begin. LaGuardia leading 34-20. Queensborough hoping to get back in the game. Bruton scored 10 points. They're going to need somebody, probably 2 or 3 other players, to step up if they have any chance of coming back in this one.
Well, it's not getting any easier trying to win these home games, and it's imperative that they start to play well right from the beginning here in the second half.
Fullerton, jumper, good. That's the way you want to begin the second half. 34-22.
We said that the Redhawks missing their leading scorer on the year, but their second leading scorer on the year, Sherlock, hit his average, 13 in that first half.
And Williams with the nice move there, and it's 36-22. Gonzalez Bright, who's one of their leading scorers, he only had 2 points in the first half. There's a dangerous pass, and it's turned over. You can't force passes like that if you want any chance of coming back. Missed shot. Oh, another one. Although Bruton got the hand in. So lucky bounce for Queensborough as Bruton broke it up, and it went right to Tyler Hodges, who was back in.
Good to have Hodges back in the game, isn't it? Hodges had left with an injured ankle earlier.
And terrible pass by LaGuardia. Johnson the other way, no good. Hodges puts it in. Tyler Hodges making his presence felt right away. LaGuardia calls timeout.
Well, you had to be in that locker room at halftime telling the Tigers, you know, let's just come out and play some ball, guys.
Actually, yeah.
Well, it's 36-26. Now there's finally a timeout, Dave.
It's a 10-point game. Coach C couldn't believe the pass from Williams that was turned over right before that. Well, Queensborough always has that run in them. We saw it the other night against Bronx. They played Hostos well for a long stretch of that game here.
So the question is, and the word is, can they sustain anything over a long period of time? No, so far. And that has been a major bugaboo for them. And they're going to have to do it tonight because they want to pick up a home win and start turning the tide on the season a little bit. It's another home game that'll be off the docket here, off the board.
Not too many home games left for us, right?
Just a few. 3.
All right, we didn't see BMCC.
We got Kingsborough, BMCC, right, and Hostos.
We saw Hostos in here in that game earlier. We'll figure it out. Shot is no good. Queensborough can make it a single-digit game. Johnson, Hodges. LaGuardia doesn't want to see him heat up. Bruton, they say no basket. Offensive goaltending. Coach Amengo not happy. Not happy with Bruton, not unhappy with the ref. As you said earlier, it seems like every time they're like a millisecond away from making that run, something happens. Balthazar for 3, it's good. And all of a sudden, what could have been a 8-point game is a 13-point game.
Balthazar had a, 6-point first half.
3-on-1.
3.
Gonzalez Bright with the lay-in, and Queensborough lucky not to foul there.
And it turns into turnover city.
Seeger turns it over. Tough shot, no good. So now it's turning into a bit of a track meet. Bruton wants to take the 3. Takes a way off balance one, and it's an air ball, and Queensborough played well for a minute or two in this half, and now just wild basketball. Sherlock no good, tipped around Balthazar, it's good. Queensborough needs a timeout.
You need a timeout, really. Now it's become an even bigger lead.
43-26 all of a sudden. Quick 7-0 run, so no timeout, but a whole new team for Queensborough getting ready to go in at the bench. Fullerton, that shot is no good. Just got a timeout here. Balthazar counted in the foul, and that was just an atrocious minute of basketball for Queensborough. That's as bad as I've seen.
It is. It's gotten to critical proportions right now, because this is a run that LaGuardia has gone on. They've taken a 39-26 lead. They've now made it 45-26.
It was 36-26, and
yeah,
they were trying to make a single-digit game. All of a sudden, a minute and a half later, it's a 20-point game.
It was a 36-26 lead at one point, because Queensborough came out, trimmed some off.
This is really, really horrible. And a foul, and Queensborough needs a timeout.
It seems like LaGuardia is just going after it and knocking down the door right now, Dave.
I guess the Queensborough coaches are going, look, at some point they have to figure this out for themselves. I don't know if this team is mature enough, or if they're quite there yet to figure it out for themselves.
You have a whole new 5 on the court now, and they're going to have to figure it out. But they're not getting much of an opportunity to do it.
Yikes.
LaGuardia is not pulled back at all. They have a 21-point lead now.
16-15 to go. Duke, high arcing shot, no good. Simon bats it out of bounds.
We had high hopes for this team coming into the season. The younger guys that they had brought in. And
more talented.
Not taking place so far.
Gonzalez Bright, spin move to the basket, left hand, good. 49-26.
I believe Gonzalez Bright has 5 points now.
I have him for 7 in my unofficial count.
All right, 7 now.
Stone has the shot blocked.
Yeah, he finished the first half with 5 points. And if you look at the numbers on the year on the turnover for LaGuardia, they don't have their leading scorer, but they certainly have enough scoring on the court. When you look at their averages, we talked about the 13 a game for Sherlock, and then
for Gonzalez Bright.
Gonzalez Bright, 15 a game. So those are like the leaders for Queensborough when you turn it around. 17 for Seeger a game, 13 for Bruton.
13 for Hodges, too. Gonzalez Bright.
They called a foul again as he was getting into the lane.
First foul on Paul. And they've really been going to Gonzalez Bright in this half. Counted and the foul.
He was big on that one, wasn't he? He just stayed in there, hung underneath. And this one starting to move out towards blowout proportions now, Dave. Right away in this second half, and Queensborough has to do something to shut the door.
Maybe call a timeout. 15-0 run now. 16-0 run. Gonzalez-Brighton double digits with 10. It's 52-26. So when I asked you at the beginning of the half, what does Queensborough have to do to get back in the game, you could have said nothing that's going to happen in the next 5 minutes.
Well, maybe something like that, what they just did with Duke. But
and do it 20 more times.
Few and far between have come those periods.
Wow. Balthazar.
He just grabbed that rebound, Balthazar.
Sure did. Tipped, but goes to Familia. Familia, tough shot, no good.
We got a knockdown by the Tigers, which is going to be a whistle. It's just very frustrating because no matter what happens, Queensborough comes out the worse for wear. They'll knock over somebody, they don't get the call, or they turn the ball over.
Amelia had the shot contested well by Stone. Duke the other way. And there's a blocking call.
Yeah, he was moving on that as he was getting back in the lane. So you're not going to get that call on a charge when you're moving. That'll send Duke to the line to shoot two. He's going to get 2 shots on this.
Duke misses the first. Still see if Queensborough has that one run in them. Not that they're going to come all the way from 24 back.
And you got to hit these free throws too, yes. David. I mean, it's imperative.
And get stops. And score. Duke makes that one.
They look pretty dispirited right now on the Tiger bench.
Not sure what happened, but Queensborough has the ball back.
And if there's one thing I want to tell these young guys, don't get dispirited. Just keep going.
Duke making his move all the way to the basket, and it's good.
Really, the way they played against the last couple of clubs, I mean, they haven't been way out of the game. There's no reason to have your head down right now. You got to hang in there.
They erased a 19-point deficit against Bronx in about 10 minutes, so they can score in bunches.
Boy, he made up a move on that.
Loose ball, everybody on the floor for it. I think Franklin touched it last. But the ref misses the call, and they give it to... Oh, now he says it was last touched by Franklin.
And Franklin actually rolled over the ball.
Yeah, and then he rolled out of bounds while still touching the ball.
Yeah.
(52-31). I don't think LaGuardia is taking it for granted yet after, I think they know what Queensborough did against Bronx. And a foul away from the ball. It's another foul on Simon. And again, the fouls are racking up.
Shoapan is leading by 21 points, and he pulled Gonzalez out of the game after that last move. He didn't like that last move.
Still screaming out instructions.
He's got this team playing very hard, Dave.
Why they're first in CUNY. And there's another foul.
So when you play them, you're not just playing players, you're playing a system at this point. Mm-hmm. We saw that with Bronx on several occasions when they came in here with Sean Kelly. And you'll see it with Queensborough. Queensborough's got a better ball club. So they're going to be tough when they come in here. Let's watch the free throws here.
No easy games. And even Queensborough has been a handful for a couple of teams. Short, but LaGuardia gets it back and they'll reset. And Franklin hit the floor after Antoine's move. Well, the refs are really letting them play. And there's a foul call down low on the shot.
Man, oh man. But, you know, I'll give LaGuardia credit for one thing. Boy, they really hit the boards hard, don't they?
And how about that? Antwi was going out, and he left Franklin in the dust.
Whew. I mean, they crash the boards when they go.
And there's 4 fouls on Stone, 1 more, and he's done. Doesn't look like Amango's going up and down the bench, lecturing the team.
Hate to say it, but whatever he's saying is not sinking in, though. 53-31.
Now Stone will go to the bench.
I don't think anyone's feeling worse about this than Carl right now, so I don't mind saying that. I mean, you think he wants his team to play like this?
No. 15 for Sherlock. It's 54-31. Duke. And the foul called.
Yeah, Duke got the call as he went to the basket hard, pulled it back, and tried to underhand loop it in, but he still got the free throws here.
You're saying them pressing Queensborough actually speeds up the Tigers and
gives them a chance
break, yeah,
to get up court. Duke has the last couple of baskets for the Tigers. So you're right on that, because he's been able to use his speed that he does have. 54-32. Let's see if the Tigers can get it under 20 here. That's not going to help when you leave the second one at the line. Wide open offense by LaGuardia, spreading the court.
And then throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, they did not make the initial pass very well, so nothing took place.
Balthazar tried to save it in, but was out. "13 minutes to go. Queensborough down by 22. Simon all the way to the basket. He lays it in. And it's 54-34.
That was a nice move by Simon to get them to within 20. They have 12:48 to go, a little more than halfway in the second half.
And now they're going to run some clock on offense. I wonder if they should take the press off on defense and make Queensborough execute in the half court and run some more time off.
Well, look at that ISO stuff, and then pushing in was the Tiger, and he committed the foul. That was Simon.
3 fouls on Simon. Free throws for LaGuardia.
White is at the line. He's got a 1-and-1. And they have, for the most part, made their free throws.
Like that.
Well, if you're a coach like Shoppahan, who seems to have everything under his gaze, you're going to tell your guys you got to be out there shooting some free throws. We need free throws. And they practice.
Duke up and under and in.
Nice middle portion of the second half for Duke scoring-wise.
Well, give and go. Williams
Wow.
counted on the foul.
Excellently done. Little sleight of hand there as they slip the pass inside. Williams will go to the line.
And look at the foul situation in this half, 10-2. So it'll be 2 shots for LaGuardia the rest of the way. That one is no good.
Dave, LaGuardia's never given Queensborough a chance to get back in this game.
They had it when it was 36-26, as there's another turnover. I remember it looked like that shot that might be going in, and Bruton was called for the offensive goaltending. And LaGuardia went right back down, hit a 3 to put it to 13, and they never got close.
In the second half, though, they've been attack.
Yes.
They just haven't laid off Queensborough at all.
Wonder if they run some more time off here.
Really opening it up.
Yep.
Moving people around. And look at that. Got the shot clock down to 11 now.
They go inside. Gonzalez-Bright makes the move and makes it look so easy. He has 14. And look at the balance.
Yeah.
Balthazar, 14. Gonzalez-Bright, 14. Sherlock, 15.
He's quite an athlete, isn't he?
Biggest lead. It's up to 24. Bennett. Tough shot. No good.
We were talking about Felipe Lopez before the game. Gonzalez-Bright looked like Felipe on that move. He made a real athletic move that last one.
Former St. John's player Felipe Lopez. You announced some of his games,
from
right?
the past, yeah. But he had
90s.
the quickness of feet, and he could make moves like that. I said he was disappointing in his career, but one heck of a nice guy, too. But that's the way he used to make that move when he got down there, the way Gonzalez-Bright made it. And he was bigger than Gonzalez-Bright. But they might be about the same size.
Franklin, left hand, no good. Familia with it for the Redhawks, and up ahead to Balthazar.
Boy, that lopsided score does not look nice on that scoreboard.
No.
And you know, Queensborough hasn't played a game like this year at home, where they've been so outplayed.
62-36. And it looks like Queensborough kind of, almost like they just want to get out of here in a way.
I think they lost their confidence in this game.
I think during that run where they didn't even call timeout, it's like, can we, you know, Duke is still playing, though. I'll tell you, Duke has 8 points this half.
Right.
Bennett's still attacking, and he hit the floor hard.
Playing for pride right now, David, because there's little chance they come back in this game. It's a 26-point game. My math is still good. And then, you got to play for pride.
So your math is still good, and you can see the scoreboard from here, so your eyesight is good.
Two things working. Well, I don't know what you say to the Tigers after this game. It'd be interesting to try to find out. One thing you do say is we have about half of the season to go, so we're not packing it in right now, fellas.
They still have BMCC coming in here. They still have Queensborough coming in here.
But LaGuardia has proven so far in this conference that they're the best team in the conference now. This would give them an 8-0 record if they win this game.
We're not going to argue after watching them, are we?
No, even without their best player,
yeah.
they've been dominating.
Sherlock lost that one out of bounds.
Without their best player, David, they've been the best team we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And let's face it, we got to give kudos to Hostos because they played some of the half of the game without their best player when they came in here.
And this looks more like a Queensborough team from last year than some of the exciting basketball we saw in earlier games, even in losses.
Yeah, they've reverted back to old habits, so to speak. That's not good. I don't want to be super critical on them, but can't be good. Atwee, no. Follow. Sherlock has been there for much of the night, hasn't he?
He has 19, and he's still flying to the basket.
And it's not like LaGuardia is trying to pile it on either.
No.
So they played an excellent game.
9 minutes to go.
And if you look at things half optimistically, you have to say, well, the Tigers, they're not a winning team right now, and they're going to have a game like this somewhere, you know it, and they're having it right now.
They had a few blowout losses early in the year as Bennett hits a three. That was from good distance. Bennett from downtown. They had a few blowout losses early in the year, and then when they started losing close games, You think, okay, maybe one of these they finally get over the hump.
But
and
you're
hoping
don't.
they didn't have the spirit crushed in some of those close losses.
That's the only problem. They don't get over the hump, and then you wonder if they start to lose their confidence after a while. So, if nothing else, Carl has some major pumping up to do after this game with them.
He's almost got to be the, I don't know, the pat on the back or the motivational speaker as much as the basketball coach X's and O's guy.
I don't think it's going to help to get down on them right now. That's not going to help.
Bennett, backcourt violation.
The only thing about Carl is he never played on teams this bad. So
no, you got some winning teams here. That the 03 title team.
All winning teams. Played with Baruch, played with this team here at Queensborough. So, you know, he's never had to go through this type of spell as a player.
No. And this might be tough because this is year 4 for him. And after a while, he's got to be going, come on. When do we start pulling out these games?
What he doesn't want to do is start questioning himself. That's what he doesn't want to do.
Under 8 minutes to play, LaGuardia 64-41. Balthazar, tough shot, makes it anyway.
Well, everything's going now. I just pumped up on all cylinders. And Balthazar has, what, 10 points?
I have him for...
what do you have him
16.
for? 16.
That's even better than 10.
Few points better.
And now nothing but red jerseys.
Oh.
And now the show is on. Gonzalez Bright with the dunk. Bennett another 3, no good. And Antoine behind the defense. Antwi, excuse me. Antwi will take it out.
Antwi has put in some points also.
Yeah, he has 7.
And he made that pass off the board there just now.
Miller behind the defense. Miller throws it down.
Well, at least Miller's saying, you can't come in our house and out-jam us.
No, it's disappointing, too. I think we expected the run. It was 14 at half, and then they cut it to 10. You're going, all right, here's...
It's a good ball club. Shoppahan has done a great job with them. They play under control, but exciting.
And Balthazar hits that one at 70-43.
They do both. They're under control and exciting.
It's a rare combination. Jody King's Hostos teams were like that.
Yes. We saw
some Bronx teams were exciting, but they weren't maybe as grounded.
As you said, they tuckered themselves out a little bit, though, being exciting and with that full court press.
There's a travel.
But LaGuardia has not done it tonight. They've stayed fresh. They've made substitutions. Everybody that's gotten on the court has done well. And they haven't even missed Pena tonight.
And not to belabor the point, it'll be the final time I bring it up. It was 36-26. LaGuardia's going on this run. It's a turnover basket, Call a timeout.
Well, you can do it either of two ways, and that would be the way I would do it too. But they haven't missed Pena with his almost 23 points a game tonight. That says something.
Amazing. On the road. And a team that played Bronx well.
Have to think they're a really tough team, and they beat BMCC twice. They beat Queensborough twice.
Gonzalez Bright from downtown. It is a 30-point game. Well, I said usually these games are pretty good. There was even one a few years ago as Simon hits a 3. There was one, LaGuardia won by 26 here. But Queensborough was actually up by 17 early. I mean, this has just been basically from late in the first half on.
This LaGuardia team has not been in the CUNY Conference that long, and they've really made great strides. And
this is year 4 for them.
And they've taken over the conference in a way.
Yeah, defending champions. they'll be the favorite when the tournament begins this year.
And by the way, the women's program doing well too, so they're doing it on both levels there. But
it's funny, he said it was once they got better in the classroom that the success came on the court, because the first 2 years they were just kind of finding themselves and getting their footing. See if there's another dunk here.
Yeah, they look pretty comfortable.
but sometimes they would lose players at the halfway point because of grades or whatever.
Yeah.
But once they were able to recruit a little differently and get their bearings, it's showed itself on the court.
Well, we've talked to the athletic director. He's a good guy.
Brian Goldstein.
Does a good job over there. Have to give credit where credit is due. And, of course, the people in the CUNY would like us to do that when the opposition does well. They are the opposition, but this is all the CUNY conference, you know. And
I do think some of the other CUNY coaches are a little envious of LaGuardia's coaches and how they get to recruit, just in terms of recruiting, that they're in the middle of everything.
You know, their situation is quite similar to when Hostos came into the conference themselves and what they did as community college team.
I mean, don't you think Bob Gennardo out of Queensborough looks at the LaGuardia team and he goes, it must be nice to recruit in the middle of everything?
Yeah, well, there has to be a full court effort on that. It can't be just a coach or just one guy. Everybody goes to work, and this is kind of the result. It's not kind of, it is the result.
Do you think Queensborough can, I know every game is different and each game has its own identity. Can Queensborough come back from this?
Well, they'll need a lot of talking to in the coming days. They have some non-conference games coming up here. They're going to be tough games too, David. And maybe they can do well in one of those and turn it around a little bit. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on them, so to speak.
I mean, I know it doesn't reflect in the one-loss column, and Queensborough is still winless. I think they're too good to play like this. There are too many pieces to play like this.
I watched a game last night between Lehman and Hunter. Hunter came into the game at 4-1 in the conference, and they played a terrible game, and Lehman blew them off. So, you know, the coach there is a third-year coach, and he came in from NYU, where he was an assistant, and knows about winning basketball. They got to blow that off and come back and play another CUNY game against Baruch next time out. So, you know, that's the way things go. And that's the type of mindset you have to have. All right, this game's over with. We're going to talk about what we didn't do well, and we're going to work on the next one. What are you going to do?
LaGuardia up by 26 with 3 minutes to go. And stuff, it's almost like winning breeds winning, losing breeds losing.
The problem is that the situation exists where they can go through another season where they don't win a conference game. And that's not good. They don't want to do that. Now, maybe they can pick off Queensborough or somebody on the road, because they only have 2 home opportunities coming up to win those games
against
here.
CUNY teams, yeah. There might be some more against region opponents.
Yeah.
Have to look at the schedule. We'll be calling 2 more games here. It looks like another year, no CUNY. I believe Queensborough was 10th in the region, so it's not impossible for them to get the 8th spot, but they'd have to obviously play a lot better and
they have
maybe
to play
get some
a
help
lot
too.
Better, yes. I guess the CUNY Conference become very hard to win games in too. Obviously.
All of a sudden, they didn't win any CUNY games last year.
None.
This could be 2 straight years of no wins in the CUNY.
Not good.
No. Under 2.5 minutes to play. And they have to reset the shot clock, I think. That's probably not a good feeling on that bench right now for the Tigers.
It's not been a good feeling looking at them throughout the second half. They've just been down. It's really gloomy looking now, though, and quite expected, because I think they probably felt they had a chance in this game coming in tonight.
Strategy-wise, they have to do better at beating presses. And then at some point it just becomes, hey,
they're having major problems with the press, Dave.
So that would be the one strategy issue they need to take care of.
In critical situations, too.
And then Emengo, at some point, you almost just have to challenge them and go, is this good enough? Is this what you're made of?
I hate to say it, but at some point, Carl's got to challenge himself, and that's not easy. 'Cause, you know, he don't want to lose these games.
No.
And if there's people unhappy on the bench, you look at him, and he's one of the most unhappy people over there.
Hey, right, the losing doesn't come easy when you've been a winning player his whole life.
And he's been around winning coaches.
Yeah.
Beyond that, because he was with Sinexon here, and then he's had Ray Rankus come out and watch his games, and he was with Ray over at Baruch. So, we don't want to lay this on Carl, but it's not easy, David. It's not an easy situation right now.
100 seconds to go, and usually Queensborough LaGuardia is a good game. Just because of the Queens rivalry, everybody seems up for it. Some of the best games we've seen here have been between these two teams. This is not one of them, though.
Well, he's going to be doing a lot of soul-searching himself after this ball game tonight and think about what they need to do the rest of the way. And there's no other way to go about it. What can you do?
I don't know. I mean,
can't wave a magic wand and make the losses go away, obviously.
And the playing time is there for the guys. You know, hey, you produced, you're going to play. I thought Duke had a nice stretch in the second half where he had the 8 points and was keeping them in it.
And let's just give credit where credit is due. LaGuardia is some ball club and some program right now.
And this is without their best player today.
Yeah. They've done a great job moving forward, and they throughout the second half they have moved forward here. They haven't let Queensborough back in this game one iota.
That's 5 on Stone, and there was that stretch. It was a 10-point game. Looks like, all right, is this the run that the Tigers make? And LaGuardia just
then I never made another run.
Now.
All right, we attributed part of it to the fact that the Tigers got down. I think they got down.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any question about it.
Yeah. But when you feel like you can't come back, that's because the other team is doing a job on you.
75-50. 45 seconds to play. Franklin bats it in. He gets in the scoring column.
And one more thing, nobody on that Queensborough bench has to feel their position is safe right now in terms of playing.
No.
It's going to be a whole set of circumstances where some people are going to get a little more time than other people. And
there are no easy answers.
No.
Ten seconds to go. And that'll do it.
75-52.
One more foul.
23-point game. 23 doesn't look that bad, but it's worse than 23.
Feels worse.
Yeah.
Not that you could really have a good 23-point loss anyway, but.
And you know what else they need? Because Carl can't do it all himself. They need some leader to step forward on this team and voice his opinion and say, guys, we played a bad game today. And we could have played better. We could have played better.
Maybe a few more words that we can't say on here would be thrown in.
Well, that's for them to talk about it.
Paul, 3 at the buzzer, no good, and that ends a very disappointing night at Queensborough for the Tigers.
I hate to say it, but there's no other way to say it. We thought maybe they would have a chance to give LaGuardia a scare tonight and be in the game, and then if you're in the game, you never know, you might be able to pull it out, but it didn't happen tonight.
It just seemed like the effort wasn't really there the last 15 minutes. It seemed like, all right, let's just get out of here.
It didn't seem like the mindset was there, Dave, but like they were out of the building at that point, and they got blown out. I mean, that's what happens.
Well, LaGuardia 8-0 in CUNY now. look like they could go all the way. Queensborough will recover, and they'll be back at it. Looking for that first CUNY win, looking for a few wins in the region.
And they'll play an always interesting to watch Queensborough team here next time. So we'll see if maybe they can give them a run for their money.
Okay, for Joe Massey, this is QCC alum David Russell. Thanks for watching.